You guys get the point, right? Now let's go to the 1 hour time frame. 1 hour time frame, you're gonna start seeing and things will start making sense. Like I said, why these levels are important. And you're gonna see how they coincide with the current price action, or what is it going, or where price is currently at and why is it retesting or resting in those levels. Okay, so this is the 1 hour time frame. Okay, now let's hop into the 5 minute time frame. Let's refresh our page a little bit and look how these levels actually start to coincide. Boom. Now, again, like I said, you're gonna find more levels on lower time frames because you're gonna see more market structure, but you don't want to go crazy. Again, you want to just mark major levels, like maybe here this one you could add a level here because just look to the left, resistance, maybe even here perhaps. We add one here, support. Let's look further to the left. Boom, resistance. So where are you? Where are you? Where did we say we're gonna put that level at? Which is here. And the levels you put it on the body of the candles, not the wicks. Okay, previous high, previous low of day. No, that's fine. Did I lock this? No, but now I did. Let's look for the previous high of day. This is a valid level. You got a level here on the recent high of day on the 5 minute time frame. We lock this one in. Let's look to the left. You see, perfect level. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Now that we got the levels placed, now we switch back to candles. So we go back over here. Boom. Now let's look at the daily time frame. Let's refresh our page, and you're gonna see the levels, importance of the levels. Look at that. You see the reaction points, pivotal points, market structure, and movement. Hop into the 1 hour, same exact thing. You see how clean. 5 minute. Let's just refresh this a bit. Boom. Now, why are these levels so important? You could probably even mark one here too as well. Why not? On the previous high of day. Excuse me, that's my stomach. I am starving. So this is the importance of levels. Let's use this for the most recent movement. So here is a opening candle. Price opened here, it shot back up all the way over here. And as you can see, if you look to the left, right? Let's look to the left. What happened here? Let's make this a little smaller. What happened here? Previous higher day on Thursday. This is a nice level of resistance. Price shot here. It respected this level here and shot back down. Now what happened here on this current market open? On this market current open, same exact thing. Market shot up. Boom. It almost touched it. It didn't touch it, but it almost touched it. But the fact that it almost touched it, it shows a nice level of resistance. And now we have the recent higher day level. Notice how price has been ranging within this level, this zone, because there's something here. There's some buyers here resting. Let's look to the left. This actually became this. Let's look to the left. Look at that. Over here on April 9th, this is where price rejected up, and this, I could be wrong. Maybe there could be some buyers here still resting, protecting the zone, and that's why this price is ranging within that level or respecting that zone. Now, how would I trade this? Before anything else, I like to use this opening orb. I place it from the wick all the way to, I like to use the 6 p.m. all the way to 6:45 for the evening range. So this is the 6:45 candle, and this is the low right here, right? So we'll set it there. Let's right click it, place that template there. Evening orb, we lock that in. Now you're probably wondering, how do I trade these levels? Why? And let's just say that let's just say that was to go in for a trade right now, right? For example, here in the 5 minute time frame, this white line is the VWAP. VWAP here is becoming resistance. My 9 EMA is becoming resistance as well. Clearly, this is telling me to short this. Let's just do it for the hell of it. Let's just, I guess, go for another short here on this account. um, let's go for we already did it. I already, you know what? Let's just go for a. Let's go for 10. Okay, fine. No, actually, you know what? Let's go for 8. Sorry, guys. Or 7. Jesus. Again, it's Trump markets, man. We have to be very, very careful. Markets are very volatile. Let's just go
Order
for a short.
filled.
So now, how would I trade my levels? So clearly, my levels. If price, like I said, right here, this is an important level. Um, why and where will I be aiming, and where will I exit? Uh, so let me just adjust my stop loss and my RRR. So now let's just lock this so we'll move around. Now, like I said, price has opened here, it shot up, it shot all the way up here, and then now we have this range. But also keep in mind that this space right here is a gap. There's a gap here, so this gap needs to be filled. Um, so I'm gonna set a gap indicator here for me. A gap drawing, excuse me, which is right here. We right click that template. Where is the gap? Gap with the line. I like to use the line because always, 50% fill of that gap. Now this gap will potentially probably never be filled. It will probably never be filled. Maybe it'll be filled tomorrow. Maybe it will be filled Wednesday or Friday. We don't know. We don't know because market does what market does. Um, so this is a gap. This, I like to put this here just to just to remind me that there's a gap that must be filled. That's a void that has to be filled. Now going back to my levels, how would I trade these and why? This is actually a nice level here too as well. Hmm. Let's go to the line. See, you see how easy this thing becomes if you use the lines. You could go here. Actually, that is a nice level. Boom. Okay. Let's knock that bad boy in there. Now let's go back to the candles view. So this is how I like to use my levels. Now let's just say, okay, since I'm in a short now, right? I could use this as TP, you know, to hit full TP, you know, maybe just even a little more, just to get those wicks down there, So now this will be my full TP target. Now the only way out this will be my full TP target is if price action and volume is on my side, meaning that we have the enough sufficient amount of sellers. Not even having It's not even about having the sufficient amount of sellers. It's more about if there's other sellers out there who agree with my short. It's not that they could see my short, but they just looking at the charts and they say, that's an interesting level there. Okay, you know what? I feel like going for a short. And let's say if everyone goes for a short there, then you better believe that price is gonna definitely come and hit this target and boom, TP hit. That's how I like to use my levels for targets to trade. Now let's say if I was going for a long, right? Let's just say Now the only reason, hold before I even explain that, the only reason why I'm going for a short here right away is because again, this is the opening orb. This is the middle range of the opening orb. Notice how price, like I said, price, I don't know if you guys saw the opening, but price opened here, created a gap, it shot here back down here, right? And then it came back down, creating this low opening range. What did it do? It shot back all the way here to the middle of the range, shot back down, try to retest out middle range once more, shot back down. So it's respecting. It's definitely respecting that middle range. There's a zone here that has sellers here resting. If you look to the left, I guarantee you're gonna have some bearish moves down that happened in the past. So this is why I am going for a short here, because now potentially maybe the gap could be filled in today. Maybe what could happen is, let's just say price could definitely fill the gap here, boom, and then we could have a rejection back up to the upside, retesting maybe perhaps the low opening range and continuing the momentum to the downside. The only way that will happen is if price action and volume is on our side. That's how I trade my levels. Same thing with buying. I mean, I won't go for a long here, but uh, yeah, you guys, I'm pretty sure you guys get the point. So now this is 53 and a half points of profits. Now my risk factor, I like to, so on a 50K combine, if I'm not mistaken, let's do this, 50K, right, times, people like to risk 2%, that's 1,000. I am not gonna risk 1,000. That risk 1,000, it's pretty much, I mean, yeah, it's good to risk 1,000 because you have all this space to decide whether or not, you know is a trade valid or is a trade not valid. Me personally, I don't like to trade that much, risk that much. I like to risk about between 1% or 0.5%. 0.5%. 250. You see, that's what I like to normally risk, 250. But it also depends on the micros that I'm trading. Right now, I'm trading, I think, 7 micros. So times 1%. Let's just see, 1%, which I think, if I'm saying, is 500. Yeah, 500. So that means that my risk factor for this trade should be right around here, which is a total of how many points stop loss. I'll tell you right now. It is 14 points, but honestly, I don't want to risk that much because I'm already in $300 drawdown. I like to risk. I would like to risk an addition. An additional. Maybe 323. You know, might probably get stomped out here, but just to show you guys how I trade, how I look for those sniper entries. Even though this is not a sniper entry, but I just did this just to show you guys how I trade, how I get that edge for me to enter either a short or a long. But yeah, guys, this is pretty much the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys liked. I hope you guys learned something. And hey, man, doesn't hurt to show some love. It's free. Hit that like button, subscribe, share it with your friends, share with your gurus, share with all the traders that you may know of. Share it with traders who trade the same as I do, or whatever. And if you learned something or you liked what I shared or it makes sense, hey, man, put some comments in there. Give me some thumbs up, some hearts. And yeah, man, thank you guys. Enjoy the show. And also, guys, before I even go on, remember, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. I do not tell you, nor will I ever tell you, enter my position or give signals. No, this channel is not for that. Trade at your own risk, at your own reason and knowledge. Don't listen to me. I'm just an idiot trader who likes to trade and lose money. Once again, this is not financial advice, guys, alright? Thank you. Hit that like and subscribe. Love you guys. Peace.